on the Appalachian Trail. Oh my goodness. Ooh, and going uphill already. So I decided to do a little section hike back on the AT, going from Hightower Gap, which is like about 8 miles from Springer Mountain, and from Hightower Gap to Neal's Gap, trying to make it in 2 days. And it is a cold morning. I have Mountain Laurel with me for some company. Ooh, okay. It's getting started already.
We're going correct way?
Yeah. It is 43 degrees Fahrenheit, 6 degrees Celsius. And I just want to talk about a few things. Thing number one, when you first get shuttles and you get like the pricing for shuttles, you're like, oh my goodness, it's so expensive, right? Like for example, shuttling from the Atlanta airport to Amicalola last year was like $120, and I thought that was expensive. But you know, you have to pay for it. But it's quite a distance that they drive. But like for example, our shuttle this morning took us from Dawsonville to Hightower Gap, and he said $60. And I thought, my gosh, that is so expensive, but it was so worth it. It took like a whole hour for him to drive up the hill. Just had to quickly shut off my phone, and because I met a southbounder. How cool. He started sometime in May, had to take like a month off halfway point because he had to make some money, and is finishing, right? Like he's only, 8 miles away from Springer, and then he's gonna do the approach trail too. So cool. I didn't get his name. I'm so bad at that. Like Mountain Laurel was asking, hey, you should have done a video with him. And I'm like, yeah, I should have. Because he recognized me from YouTube, and that was really cool. But it's so weird having finished the AT and then getting back and doing a section hike and then seeing a southbounder. It's like, wow, we have the same tag. Also, you may have noticed I have a new pack. It is the ULA Circuit. I wanted to get that pack because I was watching Fox have that one. And then, of course, Groceries bought it as well. And so I just thought it was such a great pack. And so one of my amazing subscribers, Timothy, that's the German coming out, Timothy Smith, actually helped me with my pack. So thank you so much. I'm always blown away by the amazing subscribers, and just the hiker community. It's just so lovely. So again, thank you so much, Timothy Smith. That's a hard name to say for Germans, Timothy Smith. So thank you so much for my cool pack. And as you can see, I'm wearing my tag. So yeah, we are getting close to Sassafras, so that should be interesting. Memories. Something that happened this morning, or I thought that happened, is I couldn't find my neck knife. And this was a neck knife that I had with me the entire Appalachian Trail. And one of my subscribers actually got me this neck knife. And so I on purpose checked my bag instead of carrying on, because I knew I couldn't carry my neck knife as well as my trekking poles on the plane. And so this morning, after waking up in the hotel, I checked my bag and I couldn't find my neck knife. So I knew exactly where I had put it, but nevertheless, I looked through the entire pack because that neck knife is so important to me. It has such sentimental value, such protective value, so many things about it. And so I thought that it was stolen by the airline. And I don't cry that easily, but there were tears shed about my neck knife. So after thinking about it, I have one of my friends, Wiseacres. You saw him a little bit in the video already. He had picked us up from the airport, and so I just asked him, hey, can you see if my neck knife is in the back of your truck? And it's there. So I'm so happy. I was so upset. Again, it's just a knife, but it's something that was given to me by a subscriber. It stayed with me, like I said already, the entire trail. Such sentimental values, I always felt safe having it on me. I would never take that thing off. Maybe in towns, when I would take a shower, but otherwise, I would always have that neck knife on. So to perhaps have lost it would have been very traumatizing for me. So it's not gone. Happiness. It's just not with me right now. How I missed this trail. I never thought I would miss this trail as much as I have. That is Sassafras, and we're going downhill only to go back up in a short minute. Okie dokie. Here we come, Sassafras. Slow. I sat here last year. Look who came.
Hello.
With some coffee and my neck knife.
And your neck knife.
This, actually, let me officially introduce you. This is Wiseacres.
Hello.
He's another thru hiker from last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Wow, this is
I
last
know,
year.
right?
It's weird to say that.
When did you start?
February 23rd. So.
And then when did you finish?
November 29th, 9.2 months later.
Very cool.
Yes, it took me. I took the long way.
What do they say? The one that finishes wins,
last,
right?
yeah,
Or whatever the word is.
Last one to Katahdin wins. So,
Yeah.
I actually summited October 12th, and then had to do Vermont afterwards in southern Maine. So yeah, it was fun though. And I'm wearing cotton right now, which is so weird to be wearing
That's
cotton.
okay.
We have the same color.
Yes, that is.
Color.
Right.
And I have color wood.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
What was the biggest surprise that you didn't think would happen on the trail?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Well, besides finishing, I mean, I was hoping to finish. So, and I think it was not very glamorous, but I think how slow I went was kind of a surprise because I'm a fast hiker usually, and I hurt myself early on, so I kind of hike slow. But I think the biggest surprise that's not that would probably be just the amount of people and the support that is on the trail, the number of hikers. Everybody's just so kind to one another, and I definitely was feeling very, I guess I would say, not very social before the hike started, and just so many people on the trail are just so welcoming.
Yeah.
And that was like amazing. It's like they didn't care if you're going 2 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, 1 mile an hour. Everybody was just like, oh, do you need this? Do you need that? So that I've heard about it, but actually for that in real life to happen, that was definitely amazing, and to have that much support from just people saying good job.
Yeah.
So.
Yay!
But yeah, so yeah, that hurting myself and then having support. So I guess.
This is a really cool shirt you got.
Thank you. Yes, it's my folks had it for me for Christmas. It's cotton, but it has the start date and end date on it.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable. It's weird to wear cotton though.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
not used to it still. After 6 weeks, I'm still getting used to off trail life. But
Yeah.
I know, Zora. This.
So nice. Guess what? Got my neck knife back. That was so nice. Wiseacres is such a good friend. I met him as a subscriber, and then eventually he became my friend, and he's just such a good guy. And another thru hiker, so it's so nice to share this life with, share this passion with other people. There's water flowing under the ice. That's so cool. Guess what? River crossing. And then it goes up. As I'm hiking here, I thought about what Wiseacres was saying, how people are just so nice. And I thought this would be a great moment to really do a shout out to one of my subscribers, Wingnut, David Ken, and his wife Patty. They live pretty close to me in Florida, and he was attempting to thru hike, I think around 20 years ago. And I think he made it pretty far, but then he had to go back to work. But he has been so vital when it comes to this hike in particular, because Mountain Laurel doesn't have, the right R rating for sleeping pad, as well as a quilt. And we didn't really have the time and the funds, but mostly the time to get a 10-degree, quilt or anything like that. So Wingnut let us borrow his amazing quilt. And I say amazing because he's very tall. So his quilt is like large, nice and wide. So Mountain Laurel is really going to have a nice, cozy sleep tonight. But also he gave me a Thermarest Neo Air X Lite with the old valve, which I am a fan of, because my sleeping pad lasted the entire thru hike. So I might be a little bit superstitious, but I believe it's because of the old valve. I saw a lot of people have their sleeping pads break, and usually they were with a new valve. So I really was adamant about trying to find one of those pads with the old valve, and he happened to have one, and he gave me his pad. It's so nice. I mean, thank you so much, Wingnut. You are so essential for this particular hike, making it happen so that Mountain Laurel has the right equipment to be able to sleep tonight. I believe it is going to get into the 30s. It is going to get into the freezing temperatures, and so without you, we wouldn't have been able to make it happen for her to come along. So thank you so much. He also gave me a bunch of other gear. I mean, like, just such a really lovely person, and just, that's what the hiking community is, just generous. And I really, really hope to be able to give this back. And I'm already talking to Wiseacres about some trail magic coming up. And can't wait for that. I'm so excited to be able to do that. And I will bring you guys along to the trail magic because I think it would be fun for you to see what it's like, and also maybe what it's like to do the trail magic, right? So that'll be fun. I can't wait for that. So thank you again, Wingnut, David. So nice. And thank you for Patty, supporting him to be giving me all that gear. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I have so many thoughts. Just want to share them because I'm so happy to be back on trail. I can't even tell you how happy I am being on this trail. So baby river crossing, brook crossing. I wanted to talk about how people don't give Georgia the credit that it deserves. I was just saying to Mountain Laurel how I love hiking on the trail in Georgia. It's so beautiful. And it's so comfortable with regard to, they're not these crazy stones that, want to break your ankle or stab your feet like in Pennsylvania. You don't really have rock scrambles like in New Hampshire or Maine. And let's not even talk about the roots in Maine. So Georgia is just gorgeous, and it's not like it's easy with regard to, there are mountains here, but I think people just want to give credit to difficult states, and I just don't think it's fair. Georgia is so lovely, so well maintained, and I just want to give Georgia the credit it deserves. That's it. Well, it's warm enough to take my Sky Goat hoodie off. So now I'm in a t-shirt. What's really great about this trip is, though, all the reminiscing, all the remembering of when I hiked this particular part. I hiked in the morning because I stayed at Gooch Shelter, and we are getting close to Gooch Gap now. I think it's about 0.8 miles away, and definitely looks different, but just reminiscing this is definitely looking different because the morning that I hiked this part, it was very foggy, so I get to see it in its glory. Hey, Mountain Laurel. You got a new style to stay warm? I like this idea. So you don't have to keep putting it back on and off. Very smart.
Keeps warm.
It's colder right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it gets colder, but here not colder.
Yeah.
Here colder.
Yeah. Gosh, such memories, because I had trail magic last year back there somewhere. My first trail magic. So cool. Gooch Gap.
Roadrunner. Couple of words about that hike.
It's so fun. And I'm eating now, which is good. We only have 2.3 miles left, but why not eat now? A little bit.
Привет.
Sure. Just filled up water. We have about 1.7-ish miles left, and I'm saying it like that because I'm going by far out notes that there's a nice stealth side, or dispersed side. And you know, the notes aren't that clear, so I'll just have to see if it's exactly like 1.7. It's probably more around 1.9. Just filled up on water because I believe there's not supposed to be any water where we're going, but some people say there is, some people just say there's not, so I'm not risking it. But yeah, so excited to camp in cold weather. I have a little trial that I want to do today. I want to test out something. I have found that wearing my ballet pants, which are really light, I don't even know how much they weigh, probably like one or 2 ounces. I don't remember, but I found that if I wear those, that I'm really warm. So I'm gonna try to not wear my liner. I brought it anyway. Not have my liner tonight, but just wear the ballet pants and see if that's gonna be enough. Two rocks.
Side of the team. Oh, красивый.
Uh-huh. Going on a blue blaze to find a campsite. It's the red light special. We are in our tent and it is so cold outside. I went to hang the bear bag and I started shivering. But inside the tent it's like 3 degrees Celsius.
It's so cold.
I was wondering why you're laughing. But we hiked 13.5 miles.
Yeah.
Good job. So tomorrow we only have to hike around 9.5 or something like that. But we gotta make it over Blood Mountain. How did you like today?
I liked it a lot.
Are you cold?
I'm very good under this blanket that guy gave us to borrow.
Wingnut, yeah.
Wingnut. It's so nice. I feel like I also have that sheep jacket on me.
Do you mean sky goat?
No.
Oh.
Also like that really warm one from the
Oh, your actual jacket?
the blue one.
Oh, the merino wool.
Merino wool, and I have also my like jacket. That's cool jacket.
Yeah, Mountain Laurel has a bunch of layers. So she's got a t-shirt, the merino wool,
then
the sky goat,
and then my new jacket.
your new jacket, and then a 10-degree quilt. And then besides that, I gave her my liner.
Yes, I also have a liner.
So I hope she's gonna. Oh, and we also gave her one of those hand warmers. So
I put it inside of my sock.
my legs are really cozy with my ballet pants. So I have a feeling that really works out well. And I feel dandy. It just was when I went outside to hang the bear bag that was really cold. But I looked at the sky and it was so beautiful, so many stars, and you can see the city too. So like you see all the lights from the city. It's really quite breathtaking. What is one of your favorite things today?
My jacket.
That's what I thought. What about the actual hike?
Well, it was so nice that winds came.
Wiseacres? Yeah.
Yes, and it was so quiet to walk,
Yeah.
and it's so much nice to walk in the cold weather.
What was challenging for you?
I think the whole challenge in front of us, how to spend night.
I was just happy to be back on trail. There was really nothing challenging for me because I just love it so much. But I think it's going to be a challenge for me to stay awake tonight, just fall asleep tonight, because somebody's going to like probably be cold. But I have a feeling she should be warm. We have a 10-degree quilt. We have a liner. We have 500 layers. But you know, the layers is actually what can make you be cold. So anyway, now we're going to go to sleep. Good night. See you tomorrow.